Hello everyone, welcome back or welcome to Shubhar Info. In today's video, we are going to start the part 2 of chapter number 5, the fundamental unit of life. So without wasting time, let's begin with the video. So the first thing in the previous video, we have discussed what are cells, who discovered cells and who discovered the contents of cells. Okay, we also did a mini part of structures of cells. But before that, let us just understand what are organisms and shape of cells. So, see, the first thing is organisms. So, I have done like this that organisms, there are two types. Two types. One is unicellular and the other one is multicellular. About this, everyone knows, right? Because unicellular and multicellular, we have talked about them in 6th, 7th, and 8th grade also. So unicellular means those organisms which have one cell, and multi means many cells, and example of them are human beings. Example of unicellular are amoeba, paramecium, bacteria, viruses, any of them. Now we come to the shape and size. So shape of the cell, okay, shape of the cell depends on the function which it has to perform. Okay, we cannot say that it is, if it is long then it is because it has to move, right? It is not like that. It is because of the function. Like suppose nerve cell, what they are doing, right? They are doing different function. If we'll say fat cell, what it is doing, it is doing a different function, that's why it is a bit fat. Nerve cell, it is thin. Okay, so like this we can say. Now one amazing fact means, it is not amazing fact, just a small thing which you have to remember is that the longest cell of human body is nerve. Okay, human body we cannot say, animal body also is nerve cell. Okay, now we come to the structure of cell. Okay, so the structure of cell is like, there are three main categories, there are three main parts, that are plasma membrane, nucleus and cytoplasm. Okay, plasma membrane, nucleus and cytoplasm. So we can say this, that cytoplasm, nucleus and plasma membrane means these all three are there in animal cell and plant cell both. Okay, but there are many structures which are not present in plant cell and they are present in animal cell. Suppose they are not present in animal cell, then they are present in plant cell. So they are like this. So before starting those structures, first we have to discuss what is plasma membrane, nucleus and cytoplasm. Okay, if we talk about plasma membrane, it is like a cover, it is like a protective cover. Like this is a cell. Okay, this is a cell suppose, and then this outer cover which is there, no, it is known as plasma membrane. This is plasma membrane. It is not PM, that is not day 1 PM or not Prime Minister 1. It is plasma membrane only. Okay, now what is the actual work of plasma membrane? So plasma membrane, if we say, then it gives a boundary or wall to the inside contents. Like nucleus is present, then to that also cytoplasm is present, then to that also. So to different content is give the, what it gives the protective cover or a wall. Okay, now the other name, if we say what is the other name of plasma membrane, then the other name of plasma membrane is cell membrane. Okay, it is also known as cell membrane. Very important. Now plasma membrane, why it is known as cell membrane? Because it is a membrane to the cell, that's why. Now if we talk about any other name, then it is selective permeable membrane. Selective permeable membrane. But why? And why it is, first of all, why it is kept like this, selective permeable membrane? Because the reason behind it is like this wall which allows only some substance inside or outside the cell to go okay, to move. Like some substance only it has that can go out, but many are there which can't. So it is selecting which thing, which substance can be gone out or can become inside the cell. But it is not like this that it will allow every substance. Okay, so that is why it is said to be selective permeable membrane. So these are three names of plasma membrane which you have to remember. First is plasma membrane itself, then is cell membrane, and the last one is selective permeable membrane. Okay, now in the chemistry class or maybe physics class, we people have, yeah, in chemistry we have learned that what is diffusion. Did you remember what is diffusion? Yes, I know you people would be knowing from higher concentration to lower concentration, right? But over here, diffusion means that the spontaneous movement of substances from higher concentration to lower concentration. So maximum it is same, diffusion is same, but there are some of the differences between that chemistry one and bio one. Okay, so what is diffusion? We'll be talking now. Okay, so the definition everyone knows. I hope they know because I have spoke also, and of diffusion we have learned in chemistry class also. So diffusion everyone knows, and in class 8th also we have studied what is diffusion. Now we come, but how diffusion takes place? Okay, so how diffusion takes place? See, like this is a cell. Let me just make some cell structures are there. Okay, this is a cell here with me. Okay, this is a cell with nucleus. Now inside, suppose inside the carbon dioxide level is high. Okay, inside if the carbon dioxide level is high and outside carbon dioxide level is less and high. Okay, understood about this? Then now, if the carbon dioxide will move from inside to outside, then there is one case, and if it will move from outside to inside, then it is one case. But it is very, very important that the lower concentration and higher concentration things are being understood to you. So we'll be understanding them with one process, one full topic, that is osmosis. So what is osmosis? So osmosis, they are the special kinds of diffusion. They are the special kinds of diffusions. Okay, they are diffusion only, but they are special. Okay, so osmosis, they are special kind of diffusion, and their movement of water. Okay, in this only and only movement of water is there from higher concentration to the lower concentration through selectively permeable membrane. Through what? Through selective permeable membrane. Okay, got about this? Okay, so osmosis, it is a kind of diffusion which is only and only for the substance H2O. H2O means water. Okay, H2O means water. Okay, now osmosis, it has two types. What are those types? It is endosmosis and exosmosis. End and X. Okay, end and exosmosis. Both are there. Exosmosis means out, when the things go out, and endosmosis means when the things come in, means diffusion. After diffusion means diffusion is there inside, right? So if it is in, then the cell will swell. It will swell. And if it goes out, then the cell will shrink. Okay, so this activity we have done. What was that activity? That activity was on endosmosis and exosmosis only. So we have learnt about them in the previous video, not in previous video, previous to previous video. I just sent you an activity with that. The new videos will be coming soon. So we have done this activity with what? We have done it with chickpeas. right? We have done it with chickpeas, and no, it was not chickpeas. We have done it with red kidney beans. You can use any gram, pulses, anything. Okay, so this is what happens. I told very properly. In endosmosis, it will shrink, it will swell, and in exosmosis, it will shrink. Okay, so the cell shrinks in X, and in end, it swells. It becomes big. Like suppose this much is there, then it swells and it becomes this much. Okay, so now the next thing which comes is about the same activity which we had done. Okay, that is different. You can just try at your homes. So you people have to give me the answer of previous question also in the previous video which I asked you people. Okay, so yeah, now let's begin with next topic. So our next thing is cell wall. Now what is cell wall, that also we are going to discuss. So right now I made a cell. Okay, let me construct it again. So this is the cell. The outer covering is known as permeable membrane, right? It is known as permeable membrane. Now there is one more inner cover. There is one more inner cover inside the permeable membrane, cell membrane, that is known as cell wall. Now you would be saying that if cell membrane is there, then why do we need cell wall? Right? Why do we need cell wall then? So in some of the plants, means in every plant it is there, it is in plant cell only. So this is cell wall is just another protective layer or the wall in a plant cell. So it is there only and only in a plant cell, right? It is not there in animal cell. So can you see any other membrane inside us? No, we cannot. We can only see the permeable membrane, right? This is only and only the permeable membrane, means the outer cover, right? We cannot see cell wall, and cell wall is not present inside us. Okay, got this? Now after understanding that this is a cell wall, we have to understand that what happens, what is the meaning of plasmolysis. Now see, when the water, okay, when the water is less from a plant cell, then the cell shrinks. Okay, then its content gets away from the cell wall. Okay, now when the water inside the plant cell is less, okay, then what happens? This cell wall, this cell wall which is present, what happens to it? It gets something like this. Okay, the contents which are present inside the cell wall, they get shrinked. Like this, something happens inside them. So this process is this thing is only known as plasmolysis. So this what happens is known as plasmolysis. Okay. Spellings are PLASMOLYSIS. That is plasma. So it is not like plasma. It is just plasmolysis. Plasmolysis. Okay. Now we come to nucleus. Now what is nucleus? We said that the first one is permeable membrane, then comes nucleus, and then the cytoplasm. But we discussed plant cell, cell wall also of plant cell. Now we are going to discuss what is nucleus. So let's just see what is nucleus actually. So nucleus, it is just a control center. Okay, it controls the cell. It controls the action of the cells. Okay, what it does? It does control the actions of the cell. So it is only like our brain. Okay, it is only and only like brain. So nucleus controls the, what it does? Nucleus controls the actions of the cell. Okay, it is like a brain to the cell. Okay, now chromosomes composed of DNA and protein. Okay, now what are chromosomes? Okay. We are going to discuss about them in further chapter, but right now let us just discuss about nucleus. So if you talk about the structure of nucleus, then it has this kind of layers, double layer. Okay, it has this kind of double layer. Inside inside which there are thin thread-like structures. Okay, this outer cover, first of all, it is known as nucleus membrane. So there is a membrane of nucleus also. Cell membrane is there, nucleus membrane is there, you have to remember. And on this nucleus membrane, there are tiny pores, not here, over here, between. There are tiny pores, and those pores are known as pores only, obviously. Not any other name, pores only. Okay, so this inside one threads. These are known as chromosomes. What they are known? They are known as chromosomes. Okay, so what are these? They are composed of DNA and protein. Now, what is the full form of DNA? What is the full form of DNA? Write in the comment box, and tomorrow we'll be discussing about them also. So, bye-bye everyone. In the next video, we'll be completing a small part of nucleus. Then we'll be doing cell organelles, okay? And cytoplasm also. So if I will tell in brief, then cytoplasm is just an liquid, okay? It is just a fluid present inside the plasma membrane. Okay, bye bye everyone. See you in the next video.